Good afternoon and a very warm welcome. You're watching Southern Spice on Times Now. I'm Pratibha Chandran. Thank you for joining us. As always, we have stories lined up for you from across the South. First up, as always, let's get you the top headlines. Karnataka High Court pulls up the Karnataka Home Department and police for appeasement. Says it's high time the system stops protecting illegal immigrants. Karnataka Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar's wait continues while High Command keeps the Chief Minister waiting. BJP takes a dig at the government. Kaveri water wars intensify. Karnataka government discusses appealing against this order. No decision yet. Request regarding the Kaveri Basin region of the state. Vijay government moves Supreme Court against the High Court order on Karur jobs. This after the High Court halted the same. Amid hints from Dhanush that he will take a political plunge, an old video goes viral showing Dhanush at the Marcel music launch saying he learnt the power of silence from Vijay. So the big story from Karnataka, viewers, illegal immigrants have been at the center of the big controversy in Karnataka, and now the issue has resonated in the High Court as well. Let's get you the details. So the Karnataka High Court has given a clear message to the government on illegal immigrants, saying stop appeasement. It's high time that the government take action against illegal immigrants. Now, this observation comes even as the court stopped further investigation into a criminal case against a Bengaluru doctor who was accused of assaulting a couple alleged to be Bangladeshi nationals. So when the issue came to court, the court said this was a very clear case where a counter FIR had been filed. So the court criticized the Karnataka government for registering cases against those who are actually reporting suspected illegal immigrants instead of acting against the immigrants. Now, Justice Nagaprasad Nagaprasanna in fact took strong exception to the arrest of the doctor who had filed this complaint after a woman, Nasreena, had launched a counter complaint against him last week. So according to the police, this woman is actually from Bangladesh and she herself said that she hails from Bangladesh. So the court observed that it's high time this system stops supporting illegal immigrants, that too by registering crimes against persons of the city who have only shown their people staying illegally in the city. In fact, the court also pulled up the Home Department, asking what is the Home Department doing? Is it busy delivering speeches on other issues? While warning that inaction could pose a serious national security threat. So let's get you details of what the court has said. Remember, as the SIR process is going on, there has also been a lot of politics around illegal immigrants in Karnataka. The BJP has accused the Congress government of shielding the illegal immigrants, going on to say that this is vote bank politics, that they are shielding them for their vote bank. But now it's not politics. These observations are coming from the High Court of the state. It's the Karnataka High Court that has said that nation's security is under threat. That's what the court has flagged, saying don't appease illegal immigrants. That was a clear message from the court to the government. This is why these illegal immigrants stay on. So the court said this while asking questions on why, when there is a clear case of a counter FIR, when there is a clear case where this woman or the person is from Bangladesh, why is it that such action was taken? So the court says this is what will happen if the government supports them, going on to say that this can be a serious national security risk. The court saying the illegal immigrants will mushroom in this state. The numbers are only going to increase if it looks like the system is actually protecting them. And the court says that this system needs to stop and we should stop appeasing. And remember, this is not a political attack. This is the High Court that is making these statements. We have Mr. G.S. Prashant of the BJP joining us on the broadcast. Mr. G.S. Prashant, now illegal immigrants has been in the midst of a lot of political face-off amid the SIR in Karnataka. Now it's the High Court, the Karnataka High Court that has pulled up the government saying that nation security is under threat and the system must not be appeasing them.
Exactly. So, if you look at the seriousness of the matter, if the High Court has made this statement that the government should stop appeasement, which means the High Court has got enough and more evidence on record to state that the state government led by Congress is actively indulging in bringing these illegal immigrants here and providing them documents. Look at what happened last week. The Karnataka CM is on record to say that he will give permanent residency certificates to them so that they will be enrolled as voters based on in the SIR process, which means Karnataka is giving a safe passage for illegal immigrants, and therefore the nation's security is at risk. And remember, after the 15 years of misrule in Bengal, once BJP has come to power there, the illegal migrants are running for shelter. And where do they run to? They run to Congress-run state governments. May it be Telangana, may it be Karnataka, may it be Kerala. And because our CM is an ardent devotee of Rahul Gandhi and his family, he wants to show his loyalty to the Gandhi family by saying that he's shielding all the illegal immigrants and is providing all the facilities to them so that their vote bank is safe. Because they know if the illegal immigrants are thrown out, Congress has no chance of staying in power in 2028 based on the misadministration and misruling for the last 3 years. Therefore, it's high time that the Home Minister of the state he should stop blaming RSS and BJP for everything and take serious note of this, and he should take the observations of the High Court as in the right step and ensure that the illegal immigrants are deported back. Let them report to the Union Home Ministry and request them to deport them back. They should not give them shelters here and place them on voter records and get them to vote. That is not on. It's high time. Nation comes first. Political appeasement or political parties affiliation can come second. But remember, the BJP's agenda is nation first, party next, and self-love. Congress probably believes in the exact opposite.
Okay, all right. So politics to fit aside, you're saying that this is a matter of national security and the government should understand the seriousness of it. Thank you for joining us, Mr. G.S. Prashant. In fact, multiple leaders from the BJP have also pointed out that while the BJP has said it, the Congress often says that this is mere politics. Now, the court has come down heavily on the government. So now the government must respond and must crack down on the illegal immigrants.
The High Court clearly exposed the Congress party's intentions in Karnataka. The vote bank politics has reached highest peak once again. Instead of standing with the Indians, the Karnataka government has chosen to stand with the illegal Bangladeshi couples. Repeatedly, the Bangladeshi infiltrators are being protected in Karnataka. Many a time BJP has drawn the attention of the state government. Despite that, they continue to shield them and give them the shelter for their nefarious activities in our state.
So imagine a situation where the High Court needs to step in and tell the government that it's time to take action. But what prompted these observations from the High Court? Let's go across to my colleague Imran joining us on the broadcast with the details. Imran, a case came up in the court after which the court made these observations. What are the details? What has the court said? And also, has there been any response from the government on this?
Well, there's been no response from the government on this yet because the Home Minister and all the entire cabinet is in Delhi right now for a cabinet expansion, and the incident pertains to an incident where what the Bangladeshi couple, according to the police FIR, were harassed by the Dr. B. Nagendra for claiming that he asked first their identities, whether they have Aadhaar card or they have any voter ID card, and alleged that they are illegal Bangladeshi migrants and assaulted them, is what the FIR says. But when the doctor approached the High Court has wrapped the Bangalore police, saying that instead of acting on these the illegal migrants, they are mushrooming in the state. The police chose to file an FIR against the doctor itself. So a very big from the court came down heavily on the Bangalore police on this. BJP is saying that this is the ecosystem what the Congress is developing because it's their vote bank. They're acting on the complainant rather than on the accused. In this case, what they claim is that illegal Bangladeshi migrants. They should have acted on that rather than filing a case against Nagendra, the doctor.
Imran, just a moment, stay with us. We have Mr. Nagaraj Yadav joining us on the broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Nagaraj Yadav, the Karnataka High Court has said that illegal immigrants are a problem and it can be a national security threat. What is the government's response on this?
Government response to not encourage any illegal immigrants in the state of Karnataka. And also it is to be addressed to the government of India that infiltration is happening. People are coming from other countries and trying to take benefits of the citizens benefits here in the state of Karnataka or any other state is a responsibility to the government of India. It is a failure of government of India in past 12 years. As the government has said, as the court has said very clearly, infiltrators will not be encouraged by state government at any cost.
High Court has said that this is what happens if the government supports them and has said that it's high time that the system stops supporting them, that this system should stop your appeasing them. That's the observation from the High Court. And this has been a political charge of the BJP as well on the Congress party.
BJP wants to make politics out of everything. They should understand we work in a federal system. When a national threat matter comes in place, state government and the union government should work together. No infiltrators or illegal migrants can take the benefits or be the citizens of this country without even having a proper documentation. Government of Karnataka is very, very serious about it.
Okay.
We are concerned about the genuine citizens of Karnataka who are 7 crore people in the state of Karnataka. We are not going to appease anybody, whichever community they belong to, if they are illegal citizens.
Okay, all right. Mr. Nagaraj Yadav, thank you for joining us on the broadcast. With the government's perspective, the Congress party says that the government is also clear. We are not going to allow illegal immigrants, and it is the centre that must answer on how they even entered the country. All right, with that, let's shift our attention now and talk about one issue that Karnataka has been waiting for. Remember, the Chief Minister, D.K. Shivkumar, has been in the national capital. This is perhaps the second or third visit to the national capital, waiting for the nod from the High Command on the cabinet reshuffle. Now, the wait is only getting longer because now you have D.K. Shivkumar who is still waiting. The Congress High Command is, of course, busy with the Parliament session going on. The Congress party has also been protesting. And while Rahul Gandhi is busy with that, D.K. Shivkumar continues to wait in the national capital. The last time he visited, he had a set of names for the cabinet reshuffle, but the High Command had asked him to make some changes, after which he visited Delhi with a new list. Back then, meetings could not take place, and then D.K. Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah had to return to Karnataka. And now they're back again in the national capital, and the meeting with the High Command has not happened yet, so they continue to be waiting. After which, now the BJP has started taking digs at the Congress party, saying that Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar appears to have completely forgotten about the plight of the people, reeling under drought, and he is busy with the party affairs in New Delhi. In fact, there are also BJP leaders who are taking a dig, saying that on one hand, Karnataka is suffering. On the other hand, it doesn't even look like the High Command is taking the issue of cabinet reshuffle very seriously, having the Chief Minister wait in Delhi for so long. Listen in to the political reactions.
D.K. Shivkumar is fighting Mr. Kharge is fighting D.K. Shivkumar, and Siddaramaiah is trying to accommodate his people. On one hand, this is the picture of the Congress party in Karnataka, where governance is suffering. On the other hand, you see a picture where the students in Karnataka are demanding answers for paper leak, where bribed as much as 80 lakh is being charged in the recent examination which was conducted by KPPSC. When it comes to governance, the Congress party is on the last. When it comes to corruption or when it comes to internal infighting, the Congress party comes first. Those who are not able to even expand the cabinet in the last 2 months, how will they govern Karnataka?
All right, let's go across to my colleague Imran. So Imran, the wait has continued. Any word on when the meeting will take place with Rahul Gandhi? And is D.K. Shivkumar going to be waiting in the national capital for that meeting? Or is there a likelihood that he may return to Karnataka? Because the BJP is taking a dig at his alleged plight.
Well, absolutely. In fact, the BJP has been attacking the Congress government. In fact, no other than the tallest leader of the BJP, BL Santosh, tweeted about it. BJP's Twitter handle also targeted, saying that the CM is waiting for his cabinet and mocked him watching Rahul Gandhi's speech of Parliament on television along with cabinet colleagues. This is the third time the Chief Minister went to Delhi for expansion of the cabinet, and it was supposed to happen on Wednesday, but due to the NEET developments, the discussion didn't happen. The discussion was supposed to happen yesterday at 7:30 p.m. It has been postponed, and most likely it will happen at 7:30 p.m. is what the Congress sources are informing us.
Okay, all right. Imran, thank you for getting us those details. In fact, the BJP has continued to take a dig, going on to say that this is unacceptable. And the BJP has also taken a dig. The BJP Karnataka chief Vijayendra has also taken to social media. Here's what he says. Does Rahul Gandhi think the people of our state are idiots? For 2 months now, Chief Minister Shiv Kumar and the former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and the KPCC President B.K. Hariprasad have been standing outside his door with a list of MLAs they want made ministers. Every day they are sent back and told, come tomorrow. And the people of Karnataka watching this are asking whether these leaders were elected to govern the state or stand like 3 idiots outside the Congress High Command's door. Taking a dig at what Rahul Gandhi had said in the parliament yesterday. Remember, Rahul Gandhi had used a similar word, idiot, being used in the parliament again and again. So the BJP connecting that and saying when the people's chosen leaders are made to wait outside private residence like this, what should the people of Karnataka understand from this? They elected these leaders to govern Karnataka, not to warm the doorstep of Rahul Gandhi's house. This is an insult to every Kannadiga. Going on to say that Rahul Gandhi seems to be thinking that the people of Karnataka are idiots. That is the dig that came in from the BJP as the wait of DK Shivkumar still continues. And well, on that note, it's time for us to slip into a very quick break here, but don't go anywhere. We have a lot more stories lined up from Tamil Nadu. Welcome back. We were going to get you updates from Tamil Nadu, but we have a special guest joining us. So let's introduce her. This is Monica. After a major farmers' protest erupted in Bhopal as cultivators demanded that the Madhya Pradesh government procure their entire moong crop at the minimum support price and scrap the fertilizer token system, which they say is disrupting access to supplies, as protesters attempted to march towards the residences of the Chief Minister and Agriculture Minister. Police tightened security and stopped them. And in a very dramatic moment, the Additional Commissioner of Police, Monica Shukla, stepped in directly in front of the protest vehicle, standing her ground to prevent it from moving forward. And she's joining us live. Thank you so much for joining us, Additional Commissioner of Police, Monica Shukla ji. It was a very brave moment. You're also being praised on social media a lot, with many hailing you for your bravery. Tell us what happened that day.
जो किसान प्रदर्शनकारी आए थे उनको रोकने के लिए हमने 3 लेयर में बैरिकेटिंग लगाई हुई थी। तो वो थोड़े से उग्र हो चुके थे, तो उनकी जो हमारी बैरिकेटिंग लगी थी उन्होंने उस बैरिकेटिंग को उखाड़ दिया और हमारी 3 लेयर की जो बसेस हमने लगाई थी वो उस पर चढ़कर उतरने लगे। हमारे पास फोर्स काफी कम था इस साइड, तो मेरा उद्देश्य ये था कि जो बसें हैं उस पे प्रदर्शनकारी उतर जाएं और साथ ही वो लोग उस बस को भीड़ में ना ले जाएं। ये हमारा उद्देश्य था और इसी के लिए मैंने बस रोकने की कोशिश करी थी।
अच्छा, और अभी आपने देखा सोशल मीडिया में आपकी काफी चर्चा और ये सब आपको बहुत प्रेज कर रहे हैं. Did you see and what was the reaction of your department as well? Because in that video that we are playing out as well, you can see it's a huge bus right in front of you. Anything could have happened. आपको थोड़ा डर लगा?
नहीं, मेरे को कोई डर नहीं लगा.
अच्छा, आपने देखा सोशल मीडिया में जो आपको प्रेज करे और आपके डिपार्टमेंट वालों ने क्या कहा?
हाँ, मेरे सीनियर ऑफिसर ने काफी इसको सराहा और दे अप्रिशिएट, बट इट इज, ये मेरा अकेले का काम नहीं है, ये हमारा पूरा टीम वर्क था और सभी लोग अपनी अपनी जगह पर कोशिश कर रहे थे. हमारा एकमात्र उद्देश्य ये था कि जो प्रदर्शनकारी हैं वो शहर में नहीं जाएं और जो भी करें वो कानून के दायरे में करें. यही मेरा एक उद्देश्य था.
Okay, all right. कभी जब ऐसा सिचुएशन हो जाता है तो पुलिस को भी ये डर लगता है कि ऐसा ना हो कि, या एटलीस्ट ऐसा लगता है कि अब मे बी इससे कुछ एस्केलेट हो जाए। जब आपने ये एक्शन लिया तो क्या वाज इट द एंड ऑफ द प्रोटेस्ट, बट डिड द प्रोटेस्टर्स आल्सो सी दैट अ ब्रेव ऑफिसर इज स्टॉपिंग द व्हीकल, कि हम कुछ गलत कर रहे हैं? डिड दे स्टॉप?
यस, वो गाड़ी, जो प्रोटेस्टर थे वो गाड़ी के अंदर बैठ के उसको चलाने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, और मुझे डर ये लग रहा था कि एक तो वो गाड़ी चला के ना ले जाए, दूसरा जो उसके ऊपर प्रोटेस्टर है वो लोग नीचे ना गिर जाए। तो मैं उनसे बस ये कह रही थी, इस गाड़ी को मत चलाइए, आप लोग उतर जाइए नीचे और इसको मत चलाइए। हमारा उद्देश्य ये था कि वो जो आंदोलनकारी थे, प्रोटेस्टर थे, वो शहर में दाखिल ना हो, और यदि जाते हैं तो कानून के दायरे में रहें।
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for joining us, Monica ji. You know, that moment really sparks so much. It speaks volumes about what may have happened. You stood there very bravely, and kudos to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Without a short break, we'll be right back.